Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Ann popping on behind my apron again. So it's a snowy day, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for dinner tonight. And so what I decided on, I thought I better pop on and talk to you guys about this because some friends of ours, I should say, gave us some shrimp earlier, and I wanted to make something that I could share back with them. And so I had decided tonight, even though one of my favorite things to do is this shrimp pasta salad, it's just too cold for a cold shrimp pasta salad. So I decided to make one of Pampered Chef's most popular shrimp recipes, which I'll show you the picture. I think you guys can see that really good. So it's called, see that? It's called Toasted Orzo Shrimp Skillet, and I'm going to make it in my wonderful pan, which I'll talk about in a second for the recipe for you. But since dinner's not coming up soon and that skillet's really fast, I did want to make some breadsticks to go with it. And years ago, in fact, my favorite shrimp salad recipe came from a dear friend, Gail. So Gail, if you happen to be watching this, it was at a bridal shower you hosted for me with Audrey and some other people. And then a breadstick recipe was shared with me at that same shower that I love, and I've just adapted it to use part regular flour, part wheat flour. And so I wanted to show what a friend, Sarah, so I have a lot of friends to thank for this live, showed me that you can do with our quick cooker, which is proofing bread dough. And it's super cold. So if I was trying to wait for the bread dough to rise in my house right now, it would take way too long. So instead, I'm using our quick cooker, which I'm thrilled about because, you know, this is Pampered Chef's pressure cooker. So our version of an Instapot, and there's 16 settings on it. And I had never used the proof setting until last week when my friend Sarah showed us how to do this. So it is so easy. So I mixed up my breadstick recipe like I always do in my mixer using my bread hook. So I have the dough right here already mixed, but I'm to the point where I need it to rise. And so I'm going to use the quick cooker to do it. If I was doing a big batch of bread, I would actually put it right in the stainless steel pot. But since this is just a breadstick batch and it's not very big, I'm actually going to proof it in the ceramic pot that you can use on top of the rack. So if you do layered cooking in your pressure cooker, like maybe you're doing the really yummy teriyaki glazed chicken on the bottom and you want to do some vegetables at the same time on the top, you would use the pot. But I'm going to use this ceramic pot. And so I do need to oil it before I put the bread dough in. So our famous kitchen spritzer comes in handy. So I'm just pumping it up to get some oil ready to spritz out of it. And I'm just going to oil my ceramic pot so I don't have to worry about it sticking to the container at all. And then I'm going to move my bread dough out of my bowl, just really quickly to this pot. I am simply putting it on the stand inside, and I could have grabbed the lifter, but I didn't even think about it because I'll be able to get this out. And then you put our locking lid on. It plays a little song to you. It makes that noise, and I'll try to turn this so you guys can see. And there's all these choices of settings, but it's literally go to the proof button and hit the start button. And it'll proof for 30 minutes, and it will be risen to the point where then for these breadsticks, I punch them down, roll them out into breadsticks, and let them rise for just 15 or 20 minutes again before I bake them. And they have sesame seeds on top of the breadsticks. So I just really like the recipe. I like the crunch that the wheat flour and the sesame seeds combination gives. So like always, I will post the breadstick recipe, but I want to give a shout out and thanks to Audrey, because you're really who introduced it to me years and years ago. And so as this is proofing and heating here, when it's done, I will just be able to release the steam and have my bread dough all ready to go. So excited about that. And then I'm gonna do the Orzo shrimp skillet in our big stainless steel non-stick because I love it. It sears things perfectly. And I have all these beautiful fresh shrimp that I need to peel and devein. So I will work on that while my bread is proofing. And then the Orzo recipe, it just uses lemon pepper and I thought I put one around here somewhere. It uses lemon pepper. It uses a box of Orzo, actually not the whole box. But if you've never cooked with Orzo like this, you actually toast it in the skillet. And so it swells up because you use chicken broth in the recipe and it swells up. So it's a little bit different texture between rice and pasta. The recipe also has onions in it and peas in it. And you can find it right on my website from our little book, but toasted Orzo shrimp skillet with breadsticks. And then I'm gonna do a salad with a raspberry vinaigrette on top that'll have some walnuts and apples. So it's just really a fun, fast meal that I can share with somebody else that shared the shrimp with us. And we can enjoy it tonight too. So if you have a pressure cooker, check and see if you have a proof setting on yours so that you can rise bread. Think of how fast you can let your cinnamon roll dough rise now. I'm super excited about that. So appreciated that a friend shared that tip to me because I had always seen the proof setting on there, but I thought that was for like really fancy cooking. And I'm not that perfect fancy chef. I'm just, you know, a Midwest person that likes good food and likes things that are quick and easy. So when I found out about how fast this will rise my bread dough, I was like, okay, that's a game changer for me. But our quick cooker gets a lot of love. You can read about it online. People that forget to get that frozen roast or that frozen chicken out of their freezer and they want it in 30 minutes. Yes, you can do that with this unit. That's what it's for. So, but since it's cold and kind of icky out, I'm kind of curious too what you guys have been cooking lately. If your house, I was like stuck on soups and chowders. We were having like some kind of soup or chowder like every other day. So I kind of got off that this week trying to make some other things. But I'm curious what you guys are cooking. And then if you're doing anything fun for Valentine's Day cooking, because I know lots and lots of us are eating at home more right now. So if somebody was going to cook your favorite Valentine's meal for you, put it in the comments what that would be. And then also tell me if you're making that or if somebody else is cooking this weekend or what you're going to make for Valentine's Day. I told you a couple weeks ago I did the heart cookies that I'm getting off to my kids with the chocolate hearts in them. So it is fun to do those kinds of shares. And then as promised, I have a product review for you to end with. Did some Aldi's shopping and I like Aldi's. There's lots of fun and unique things you can find there. And so this was a country potato package that had mushrooms, green beans, some onions, seasoned sliced potatoes, and you just dumped it in a skillet. And I have to say the flavoring was really good, but the actual product itself was mediocre as far as the cooking results. Like it didn't stay together like in those pieces like that pretty picture. They kind of fell apart. And I don't know, my husband and I both voted that green beans didn't really belong in that recipe. So we probably won't buy it again. But just fun to know about a new product. And if you guys are finding some great products, pop on here and let me know. Put it in the comments. I'm always curious what you guys are buying, cooking, using. It's fun to know what's new out in the marketplace because, boy, if you haven't like gone to a grocery store with just time, you had no deadline to get in and out of there. If you have time and you can take the time to walk up and down the aisles and see all the new products that have been introduced in the last couple of years, it's pretty amazing. And lots are really great. And then some like that, I won't buy again. So talk to you soon. I hope you have a great day. See you later, guys.